am from Wisconsin and it is freezing cold outside today. And when I say freezing cold, I mean the wind chill is currently -15. So I spent the bare minimum of time outside getting the chores done and I'm back inside. And I am gonna be in my happy place today because I'm gonna be going through all of my seeds and choosing what I wanna grow next year. So I have two catalogs here that I was going through, Johnny's Selected Seeds and Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. I was looking back and forth at prices and thinking in my mind back to when I was starting seeds last year because I ordered from both of these catalogs last year. I think I had a better germination rate from Baker Creek. Not to say that it wouldn't be different this year, but in order to get free shipping from Johnny's Seeds, you have to spend $200. So I'm almost guaranteed, excuse me, to have to pay shipping if I order from Johnny's Seeds. If I order from Baker Creek Seeds and spend $50 or more, the shipping is free. So I plan to order from Baker Creek. I really liked their seeds. I liked that their packaging shows what you're growing. They have a picture of what you're growing. Johnny's Seeds are a little bit more just plain Jane here. So these are the carrot seeds, and obviously you can tell just by looking at the packaging, this is going to be asparagus. So I have gone through and made a huge wish list of all of, it's double-sided, that's terrifying, isn't it? Oh, and there's a second page of all of the seeds that I would love to buy. Here's another one. But obviously, I'm on a budget. And so I need to, this is a wish list. I need to go through, see what I have, because seeds only last for so long, and I'm a hoarder, and some of my seeds were, you know, best to sell by, whatever, 2018 or something, and now we're in 2022. Not to say that they won't germinate and they won't create a vegetable or a fruit, but your germination rate is probably going to diminish as each year passes. I know Baker Creek guarantees their seeds for 2 years, so I don't mind buying something that I know I'm not going to plant 200 seeds of this in 1 year because I can plant them next year. And I'm also trying to focus on, we would like to at some point get bees on our property. In fact, that's one of our goals for this year, is we want to have bees on our property, whether they are our own honeybees or whether we're hosting somebody else's bees on our property. I want that pollination factor to be there. I want to know that I am guaranteed to have pollinators on my property because we invested a lot of money in fruit trees and I want to get fruit from them. And we are planning on having big vegetable gardens, and I want to make sure that they're successful. And part of that success comes from pollinators. So I'm hoping to have some money that I can invest in perennial flower beds, herb gardens, things like that, so that I know that next year I'm not going to have to plant those things again, that they're going to be perennial, they're going to be winter hardy, because obviously it's Wisconsin and it's freezing cold here in the winter. -15 wind chill outside today. So this is what I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna make a list of all of the seeds that I have on hand. These are my open seeds. I like to keep them separate. These are unopened packets of seeds. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to make a list of what I have, compare it with the list that I want. If there are duplicates, I'm going to take a year and say, I don't need to hoard seeds this year. I'm gonna cross some of the things off of my list, make a finalized list, and hopefully get my order placed today. Now I've gone through both bags of my seeds, my opened, which I separate them specifically because I want to go to the bag of open seeds and use those up first. Then I'll go to the bag of unopened seeds and I'll pull from that into the opened bag. So another thing I wanted to mention is that I have recently, in the last couple of years, just started saving seeds. These are seeds that I saved that I haven't gotten a chance to use. And so they're just zinnia flowers. I bought them from a store. I let the heads of the flowers just die on the plant, and I broke them off into a paper bag, and I just stuck the tag from the plant that I had in the ground into the bag so I would have a rough idea of what color the flowers would be when I plant them. So I am going to try and use these this coming spring because they are getting older. I was really gung-ho last year and I wanted to grow lots of everything. I had intentions of selling starts of plants, but someone up the road also was doing that for FFA, and they were selling them cheaper than I could possibly do it for. They were selling entire flats for a very low rate. So it just wasn't economical for me to do that. So when I had placed my seed order last year, I had the intention, I am going to grow tons of starts and sell them, at a farmer's market or something like that. But it just turned out to be overwhelming because I hadn't started my gardens yet at that point. So we had all of this prep work that we were going to have to do. And then we had all of these, little seedlings that I was starting in the basement, and I was thinking, oh geez, if I can't sell them, I might as well grow them myself. And then if I have excess produce, I will sell that. With that being said, I have my large list. I've separated it into flowers and herbs, which apparently I used all of my herbs and will need to buy all of those new, and fruits and veggies. So I obviously have a ton. I don't know, there must have been something in my mind that told me I needed to buy a ton of peas, that there was going to be a pea shortage, because I have 4 varieties of opened packages and 2 packages that are unopened. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's something that I know I'm not going to have to buy for the next several years. So I'm going to go through, grab a cup of coffee, go through my list of what I have on hand versus what I would like to purchase, and just go back and cross off anything that is clearly something that I don't need. I already have it. I want to use these seeds up because I don't want to be somebody that is investing in seeds and then not using them and losing the productivity of the germination rate. We shouldn't be afraid that there's going to be a shortage and be hoarding all of these seeds. That's not really, at least for me, that's not something that I'm interested in doing. If I buy something, I want to use it when it's at its peak. So I'm going through these, making a plan. Gonna place my seed order. Obviously, I'm gonna need to buy herbs because my goal this year is to get perennial herb beds set, perennial flower beds set in place. So that's something that I'll have to do minimal investment of time in the following years and still get return on it. To me, that's the best thing. You have to pay a little bit more for the seeds or a little bit more for the starts, but they keep paying you back year after year. That's why we're investing in fruit trees and blueberry bushes and strawberries last year. This year, I really want to focus on those herb beds and the flower beds so that it's just another thing we can check off our list, and we'll only have to do mulching and perhaps fertilizing and watering, obviously, every once in a while. All right, I think I am done. So as you can see, I started off with a whole huge list of all of these wants and all of these beautiful things that are displayed in this book. They do a great job of advertising their products, I will tell them that. But then I went through against everything that I have and what I had written down, and obviously I was able to cross a lot of things off. So that is great. That's gonna make my list a lot better. It's gonna save me some money. Right now, I'm gonna go on their website and see if I add these things to the cart, how much it's going to cost me. So we'll do that next. Hopefully you can see my screen well enough here. I actually had in my mind, as I was going through my list over here and crossing things off, that I was hoping to stay right around budget-wise $75. Now, the reason I was ordering these is because we are toying with the idea of doing a sunflower garden where we can invite people onto our property to pick like a basket or a bucket full of sunflowers for a certain amount of money, and it'll be like an experience that they can just pay for. So that's why I was ordering those. I don't know if I have Greg completely on board with that yet, but that's my goal, is to have some other thing that we can be making money off of, and it'll be beautiful and we can look at it, and anything that's extra and left over, the chickens and the pigs will enjoy as well. So I think I'm going to be happy with this. I'll place my order here in just a minute. Maybe it will be something that I have never grown before and it will be very exciting. The website is extremely slow today. I just want to check through here and make sure I don't have any extra multiples that I didn't mean to add on here. Go to the second page. I'm guessing there's a lot of people placing their seed orders today and that's what's going on. Okay. Oh, now it figured the tax in. I was a little bit over 31 cents. I'll have to figure that out somewhere else, maybe take it from the grocery budget or something. But that's pretty darn close for all of those seeds. I'm very happy with that, and the sourdough starter is included in that. Thank you so much for coming along and watching this video today. I hope that you are getting things ready for your garden and staying warm. Thanks for watching.